Hello everybody, this is Serjinxable talking to you from my laptop. Sorry. Alright, so now I'm gonna teach you how to set clockwork tiles together and not one by one. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. I'll clear that out. Now if you want to start making a background that's not like a skybox background, like for example making the clockworks or making floors or buildings, it used to be tough. I might as well tell you that now. It used to be tough. It used to take a bunch of time. I remember taking me hours or days making stuff. So what you do is you go to RSRC, you go to world, and then there's a thing called tile set. There's a bunch over here. We're gonna start with the clockworks. Floor base. And there's one floor. And I think you could tell where this is going. If you want to make the whole clockworks, you can also change this to whatever part of the clockworks you want. You want the ramp. You want that. Anyways, you get stuff like that. Anyways, if you want to make the clockworks, back in the day, you had to make multiple environmental models, and you had to go one by one, going around and around to, and so on and so forth, and you keep going, and it's really sad. Now I'm gonna teach you how to do it the easy way. I'm gonna take these out because I don't want. Now, in order to do this, for me, the way it was easy is because I don't see the Spiralspy tile set. I got that from Happy Apathy's Tumblr page, so I'll give that link right now, so you can start working on your own specific backgrounds. This is just for. This is only based on the clockworks. You won't see anything like city based, but it's still the same process. You just gotta change some stuff around. So over here, you go to Clockworks, go to Custom. This is the part where Happy Apathy made his own thing. Go to, let's see, I think it was Compound. Compound 1. This is a sample. Wait for it to open. It's there we go. So see, now instead of going one by one, making each tile together and making these parts fit all together, and hours upon hours of your time being thrown away, there is an easy way, which what I do is go to here. I go to edit on this sample compound, and then I delete everything else except for model_0, unless you want to use this. If you want to use this as part of your setting, that's okay, but for now I'm gonna make my own. Gonna go down here. I deleted everything except for this one part. This one part is technically all bound together. Now the reason I do this is because this specific .dat file, the implementation is a compound. When it's a compound, you can make multiple tiles together and it will be grouped. Yeah, we're getting into the advanced stuff right here, guys. You get stuff like this. I'll get to that later, okay? We're gonna slow this down for the basic users. We're gonna remove this for now. We're gonna go back to tile set. Let's go with what should we start with? Sky Island Day. Let's go with that. Okay, and now we place this, and then it'll be somewhere. Oh wait, there it is. I see that little green spot, that little white thing. Alright, go back here. Block tile, change that to, that's a cliff. I want it to be a floor. Floor 7, why not? So that's the start of your floor. Now, watch this. I'm gonna make more. Just give me a sec. I'll probably do something. Oh yeah, now I know why it was so far away. You have to make sure all the stuff start at 0 so you don't get confused of where things land. So where is it now? It's right there. There we go. 0. Move this to 1. Let's see. We're gonna go to another floor. Floor 2. Now what I used to do is, because I never wanted to take my time upon doing this, I just scale one thing up. But the problem with that is, like, as you can see, it looks pretty terrible and kinda boring. The resolution is also way off, so you get these weird fuzzy things on grass. But now it's gonna be easier because Happy Apathy taught us the way. I'm not saying Happy Apathy is a god at this, but he's just making things a lot easier. Alright, we're gonna move this to the y-axis now, so we can get this part. Let's see. If you have any questions, just, leave a comment. I'll answer any of your questions. Unless I have already answered it in my video, then you probably had. I'll answer again, don't worry. I'm not gonna pause off. Okay, so we have this 2x2 tile panel. It's pretty simple. Pretty darn simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save as. So this is a compound. We're back to the example from the model where I put Solatron in. What I also tend to do is I make a new file, a new folder inside the folder. This will be settings for background. I can name it like that. Click in here, and I'm gonna put this in here. What's up, White Storm? We're gonna name this Grass 1, Part 1. Alright, now I could close this. If you push edit or you remove this and open it again, it will go back to this. So that's why I always save as. I don't want to save, so I don't want to delete this. Alright, but if you do want that back, you just go back. Hold on, I gotta delete this. Alright, there we go. I'll go back to my model, which is on RSRC. Example, settings for background, grass part 1. So you see, it's still right there, all 4 together. And now you're gonna see where I'm going with this. There's actually there is a simpler way. If I just, you could go back to this, to the Clockworks custom compound 1. You could go back to this. There's a simpler way. Delete everything except for the first one, and then what I do is I go back to my model, example, grass part 1. Now you see it's right there. Make sure that's in 0. Now it's inside of this for now, because if I were to do it the way I was gonna do it, then it would glitch out, because you can't put grass part 1 and add in another grass part 1, because that's just saying, like, you're gonna put a box within a box within a box, and then it just gets all glitchy and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna make new models on this, on the compound, on this. I'm gonna create new ones, new grass part 1, and I'm gonna move it to let's see. It's gonna go to, it'll fit right in on 2. See, it's best when you had like an even number like 1 or 2 or 0.5. If you think you have something like 0 or 1, you probably got it wrong. And what you do, you just gotta keep adding. Grass part 1. Let's move this on the y-axis. That'll fit on 2. Yep. Grass part 1. And we're gonna move this on. This will go on 2, and this on 2. Now you have a, what is it, 4x4, and then you keep doubling it. You save as over here on the same place where you save grass part 1. Now you put grass part 2. I'm probably gonna use this in my animations though. So it's actually benefiting me more than it is benefiting you, I guess. I close it. I close the compound editor, and then I go back to here and I push edit again so it could come back. I do the same procedure. Put this at 0. And then instead of grass part 1, I go to grass part 2. Man, I sound like a professor. And then so on and so forth. And soon you will have like a whole bunch of tiles grouped together. And you can make it as your own. Keep going. This would be 4. Yes. You could also go on the negative side if you can know that. Negative 4 by 4. So yeah, you just keep going and you could take it as far as you want it without getting into. And the best part about this is since you save it, you can open it up by itself when you're done. So for example, we're gonna save this again. This is gonna be the finished version. So I'm gonna be grass done. So I saved it. Save as, making sure you gotta save as, and then you open it up as, where is it, model, example, settings, here we go, grass done. And now you have it here all grouped up together. You can move it into whatever axis you want, and yeah, that's how you group compounds. Since we're on this compound and since this tutorial is kind of a bit short, I always like to show off something in the end. So here's something of compounds that I did on one of my animations that I can show you right now. I put it on tile made scenes so I don't get confused. Tile made scenes. Show you Haven for part 1. See, I started off like this. And if you saw Haven, it was a bunch of tiles together, so that would have taken me probably days. But this in actuality took me 4 hours. If we go to Haven part 8, as you can see, I have this big open space of Haven. And this might get laggy once you're done with setting everything. This also works with the building, so you could do the same thing. Except with buildings, you might have to rotate it based on like the corners and stuff. But it's still the same thing. Let's see. Where's Haven again? Oh, right. Gotta move it here. Here's the full Haven. This might take a while. Hold on. It's a bunch of tiles. Give it a second. It's just loading. There we go. And this is the Haven, guys. This is what I've worked on for, this took me 8 hours to do. It's pretty simple. It's just a lot of stuff mashed together. The only problem with this is, you might have noticed this already, but whenever I record anything on Haven with the night's animes and such, it tends to get laggy. So make sure not to add too much stuff like I did over here. because apparently once you do, you'll have laggy animations and it'll look all weird. And this I could probably limit it to, I can only set it up to 3 nights or 4 at most. This is why I can't place everyone here. But yeah, this is the possibilities you could do. Spiralspy. Oh shoot. What did I do? Change to improve performance. So this could be because of enough resources. Oh yeah. This is the first time it occurred to me. Just saying. Change the color scheme. It doesn't really make it computer slow. It's just because I have so much stuff going on here. Don't worry, guys. Spiralspy itself, it takes up a bit of memory, just a little bit. The buildings, you might have to rotate some stuff to make it fit in. You know, put them together. And yeah, this is what you can do using this tutorial. So next lesson, what should I teach you? I'll teach you. Let's see. We already gone over basically all the schemes that I've done. I guess all that's left is to show you how. Oh, here's a good one. I'm gonna show you how to make, because you're probably stuck on still making the models because you can't. Oh boy. Okay, fine. I'll change the color scheme. Hold on, guys. There we go. Alright. So basically, I'm gonna teach you how to recolor the accessories or any gear, whether it's freeze, halo, or surge or hunter stuff, because most of you guys probably have that accessory and you can't implement it in. So that's my next lesson to you. I'm gonna teach you how to do that, and see you guys next time.